Hey, what's up everybody? It's Ty with Montana Outlaw BBQ coming at you today with another one of our quick dish series. In this series, we're going to show you how to take very simple proteins, cook them nice and easy on a cooking device that everybody should be able to have at their home. Today, we're going to be talking whole chicken. We're going to break this chicken down. We're going to cut it into two halves. I'm going to show you how to take it apart. We're going to simply season it with a Montana Outlaw BBQ chicken rub, and then we're going to throw it on our Gateway drum smoker. But feel free to use any smoker that you have, pellet grill, Weber kettle, whatever you have. It all works the same. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. It's fast, easy, simple, quick weeknight meal. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do with our chicken today is we need to go ahead and break it down. So I'm going to walk you through my steps, how I break a whole chicken down and I get two halves out of it. And why do I use a whole chicken? For one, it's relatively inexpensive. You can find it at almost every supermarket. And the chicken brand really, for me, really doesn't matter. I'm going to look for something that's got decent white skin on it. There's a little bit yellower. That means it probably had a heavier corn diet. It's going to be a little fattier. Some of those fats aren't necessarily good. So good chickens. These ones I picked up at Costco, pretty inexpensive. So the first thing we want to do is working on the backbone side. We're going to take our knife and just score the skin right down that back side. We want to do that because we want to keep that skin so that we can wrap it over and it covers up our meat when we're cooking. Otherwise, if you take that all the way off, then it's going to shrink on you as you cook through it. So what we're going to do is we just want to keep pulling that back, just like that, and pull that chicken back, and pull that skin back. Okay, you can see we're just going to kind of peel that skin back, like that. And we'll do the same thing over here on this side. If you leave a little bit of meat on it, that's okay, because we're going to cut that backbone out here in just a second. But try not to cut through your skin. Okay, so now that we've got that done, the next thing we want to do is we want to cut up both sides of that backbone, just like that. Now at that point, we're going to want to get rid of all this, so we're going to just take our knife, and if you're in the right spot, should cut fairly easy, all the way up and all the way down and through the tail. Same thing on this side. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. Take and clean up that a little bit. There, take that off. Now we're gonna flip it over like that, and you push down on it and you break that back, or that breastplate. Now, if you were just gonna do a spatchcock, you could stop right here. This is what's called a spatchcock chicken, and you could season it and you can cook it just like this. Now for today, we're gonna take that one step further. We're gonna go ahead and just cut that breastplate that we just broke. Okay. And now, what you're left with, you can see we want to roll that, be able to roll that over like that. And why we left that skin long is because we want that to roll over like that. You're left with your two chicken halves. So now that we've finished breaking this bird down, it's time to move on to seasoning. Now that we've got our chicken broke down, we are going to season. We're going to use our Montana Outlaw BBQ chicken rub today. Really good flavor, full of good savory notes, sweet notes. It's going to complement this chicken really well. It's going to give it really nice color when we throw it on the smoker and we get it back out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip these chicken halves over and we're going to season the backside first. So we're going to flip them over. With this rub, what we're looking for is kind of a light to medium. We don't want to over season the chicken because it is a pretty delicate flavor. Want to make sure we pay attention to this side because it doesn't have any skin to get through, penetrate through. Make sure you expose all the meat that you can. Take and tap that in a little bit, and then we can start to fold that chicken skin back over. We want to make sure we get the drumsticks. Tap that back in. We're going to flip it over. We're going to repeat the process on this side. Just make sure you get your skin pulled down. Make sure you pay good equal attention to this. This one's got enough sugar in it and enough of that good paprika in it. It's going to give it a really nice color and a really good sweetness. Make sure we're getting all sides like that. Get the whole wing and the whole front. Just about like that. Take and just tap that on there. And in about 5 to 10 minutes, these things will be ready to go on the smoker. We're gonna get our gateway drum going. We're gonna get it set to 300 degrees. Like to have this chicken done in about 45 minutes to an hour. So whatever cooking device you're gonna use, charcoal, pellet grill, whatever it is, go and get it set 300 degrees. Come back, join us, we're gonna get it on the smoker. All right, so we've got our pit lit. We've been about 20 minutes. We've got our chicken rested. We'll talk a little bit about the gateway drum smoke we're gonna be using. We've got the charcoal basket down in the bottom, just a little fire igniter underneath. We're using Royal Oak charcoal in there today. Gonna be nice and easy, running right at 300 degrees. You can see we don't got a whole lot of nasty smoke coming out of there right now, so we got a good fire in there. We've got our pit lit, it's set at 300 degrees. Let's go ahead and get our chicken on. All right, so we've had our smoker on now. Every 25 to 30 minutes or as needed, you can check it out, you need to spritz. We just use water. It adds moisture to it without affecting the flavor. If you use something like an apple juice or a pineapple juice, you know, one time it's maybe a little more humid outside, you're gonna use less of it than you would on a time when it's more humid. So if you use something that has flavor, it's gonna affect the flavor of your overall meat because of how much you apply to it. So that's why we use water. It's always consistent. We can use as much or as little. It's not gonna affect the flavor. So let's take a peek at our chicken, see how it's looking. All right, so you can see we're getting really nice color on there, but it is looking a little dry. So I'm just gonna hit it. You can see how that just makes it all nice and moist again. We're just wanting to make sure, do that for a couple of reasons, so that it doesn't dry it out. And also we want to make sure that we don't burn that rub that's on there with that high sugar content. So we're just keeping everything nice and moist. We're gonna sauce these here in just a little bit. They've been on about 45 minutes. They're getting real close to being done. We're gonna apply a nice little sauce to them, get them inside, slice them up. Okay, so we've got our chicken in off the drum. You can see we're right in that 160, 170 range. Perfect temperature. You can see where you poke it, that chicken juice is running out of there. It is moist, it's good. This is gonna be some damn fine chicken. Now we're gonna sauce, hit it with a little glaze. Today we're using Blues Hog Original with Cosmos Apple Cherry Habanero glaze. Gonna spice it up, give it a little kick. So we're just gonna brush a little bit of that on there. And what we're gonna wanna do is we still got our drum rolling out there. So we're gonna sauce these. And we're gonna take them back out there and let that glaze set for about 5 to 10 minutes. Not too long. Make sure you get all parts of that. Get that chicken wing. You can see that, look at that shine, that sauce and that glaze puts on there. This is a killer combination. It is another competition kind of staple for the most part. A lot of people are using a combination of Blues Hog and Cosmos product. It's just a super solid combo. I'm gonna take this out, another 5, 10 minutes on the smoker, set that glaze, we'll come back in, we'll slice it up. We've had our chicken sitting out on the grill. It's been glazed now for about 10 minutes. You can see that color. This chicken turned out great. I mean, the color of the rub, you get that good smoke on there. About an hour is what it took at 300 degrees on the Gateway drum smoker. You pick up a lot of that good Royal Oak charcoal smell that you always get out of the Royal Oak product. And I mean, the color, you can't go wrong with it. Inside, outside, it looks great. So let's go ahead and cut a little bit up and see what we got here. let's go ahead and see if we can't get this leg off. So we'll just take and cut that skin all the way around, and you can find that kind of that knuckle down in there. Break that off. Just like that. Ooh, that thigh bone just came right out. So you got a wing, or you got a leg. You get your thigh, which is now boneless because it was done to the right temp, or done a little bit past temp, but it's gonna be good, juicy, tender. And a wing. Get your wing and your breast. So you can do that on both sides. You're left with a whole chicken, parted out, skin on. It's gonna be really hot. I'm gonna go for it. I mean, you can see that color's good all the way around it. That flavor's awesome. The rub, the sauce, the smoke, it's really good. You can see just how hot that is coming out, and that juiciness, that moisture in there. Guys, you gotta cook this. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Chicken halves for our quick, easy recipe series. Come back, make sure you hit the bell, the subscribe button, you don't want to miss anything. And if you have something you want us to cook, let us know below, because we want to hear what y'all have to say. We want to cook what y'all want to see, and we'll cook anything. We'll throw it on the smoker, we'll throw it on the flat top, we'll use our rubs, you let us know. Thanks for coming along, Montana Outlaw BBQ fans. We got a lot more coming up. Don't miss out.